Hey everyone, welcome. Let's get over to the comments. Let's get back there and just gonna wait for the eyeballs to pop on. I know a couple of you were here early and we had some chats going, so nice. So we've got Lisa, Cindy, Gloria. Welcome. I see a few more pairs of eyeballs. So you know what I just noticed is it no longer shows the eyeballs of YouTube versus Facebook. That's weird because, or maybe there's nobody on Facebook yet. Okay, maybe that's it because it used to split it out for me. Yep, I think that's it. Maybe when somebody else comes on Facebook, everybody's on YouTube right now. So, hey, Di. Okay, so Di and Debbie's here. Awesome. So Di's on Facebook, and so yeah, it no longer splits it out and tells me a count of how many are on YouTube versus how many are on Facebook. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Hey, Nancy. So, okay, everybody's here. Awesome. Let's get going. Welcome. So, I am Toni, Toni Stamps. Today is June 19th, and we're going to do some. Hi, Dana. We're going to play around, and Cruz is here. Awesome. We're gonna play around with in colors tonight because I feel like I've had them for what, a month and a half now, and I've done stuff with the cardstock just a little bit, but I haven't really stamped a whole bunch with them. So we're gonna fix that tonight, and just a couple things to talk about, and then we're gonna get to it. So hope those in the past. Yeah, Dana, for sure. Yeah, we had storms. We had a bad one yesterday, and we had hail. And about 3 miles, I was telling the girls earlier, 3 miles from here, they had it made like the local news page, whatever, weather page. But a funnel cloud started to try to form a tornado. And so that's kind of scary. And then we had another, like maybe 2 hours ago, another big storm came in. Hey, Marlene. So of course, Dave was trying to cut the grass today and that didn't happen. So it's only gonna grow and get worse. Ugh. But it's better than, we were supposed to have like 92 degrees today and like all week. Actually, for the next week and a half, it's supposed to be like over 100 with the heat index, like 105 in the upper 90s, which I'm not a fan of. So the rain kind of is keeping that at bay. So let's just hope it's not miserable. But yeah, so a couple things. We got an update, our Tuesday update. So like every Tuesday we get an email from Stampin' Up with some different stuff. They gave us a hint and like a little picture of the two new kits that are coming July 1st. One is called Birthday Fancy and it's cards. From what I can tell, it's got cakes and pinks and like gold foil. I mean, they look cute. But it didn't say like how much it is, how many cards it makes. Is it one that's just like pop everything out and assemble, or is it stamping involved? Like, I didn't see any of those details. But the cards look pretty. Then the other thing is sweet and spooky treat boxes. So for anyone that like enjoys getting the Halloween treat boxes, like I think they're doing this instead of having it as a paper pumpkin kit, because I know we always got a lot of complaints like not everybody likes the treat containers, right? Because they don't have people to give them to, which makes sense. Like I give them to people at work, but it really, it looks like it only holds a couple pieces of candy, which to me is insufficient, but they are cute. So it's three different designs, five of each. And again, it doesn't say how much it is, but at least it told us there's 15 of them. And they do look kind of small and there's no measurements, right? So, oh, Gloria, you got your paper pumpkin card using the nice set. Okay, cool. I got my paper pumpkin, yeah, like maybe Friday. Not Friday. Today's Thursday. Maybe it was Monday or Tuesday. So, anyway, those kits are coming. They will be available July 1st. Okay. So I'm sure I'll put a reminder out before then. Um, Orders are pretty slow shipping out these days. I placed my order last Tuesday, which I ordered my the dies that come with the paper pumpkins or that coordinate with them for like the next 3 months. I got that. That order did not ship until Monday. So I placed it last Tuesday thinking I would get it today, and it didn't even ship till Monday. So now I'm not going to get it for till next Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Mm. So Marlene, you like the Halloween kit? See, and that's what I think is perfect. If you've got people like, little people that you can give stuff to, like that's awesome. Um, I mean, I even would consider it for, hey, Carol, for like regular trick or treating, but we give out like a lot more candy than that would hold. So we'll see. It's cute. I'll say that. So order shipping out the paper pumpkin for July. It's got something to do with strawberries and gingham. There's like a special box. The circle of season dies. That's what I ordered last week. So $12, item number 167277. So if you want that, if you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber and you want it, just let me know. I'll email, I can get it. Hey, Jamie Gibbs. Oh, Facebook screwed you again? I never saw the notifications are hit or miss for sure because I was just on there today and I didn't see it anywhere like in my posts. But if I clicked under events, I could see it. And I'm like, that's dumb. You shouldn't have to do that. It should just, notify you. Sharon, did you get the notification or die? Did you get them on Facebook? I mean, either way, Facebook it kind of stinks lately as far as the announcements and notifications. Like they can't be trusted. Okay. That's that. Let's get into it. And ooh, I want to show you one more thing that I worked on this last weekend. So, I am a fan of Country Craft Creations. I like they have a lot of designers, they do a lot of free tutorials, and then that use different stuff that they sell in the store. Well, I've done a couple of their virtual I sign up for one virtual retreat and then I get a create season of creativity. It's like a box of stuff, for every 4 months there's a new box. But this project was from last fall's um virtual, it was Holiday Magic virtual retreat. So this was like a bigger project, like it made like 4 or 5 different albums. So it was like a bigger kit. They do a couple of retreats in person and virtual like throughout the year. So anyway, Carol, you didn't get a notification either. Yeah, I think Facebook stinks about that now. Ugh. Um, so anyway, this is just to give you an idea. Again, it's called Country Craft Creations, and let me get the instructions. Like, I can't share. I can't remake this and share the instructions, but this is just to give you an idea of like the instructions that you can print out that you get with their things like cutting, scoring, and then like each project has like, 2 or 3 or 4 videos to walk you through this. So this is, and you have to supply some card stock some of the time. So this is like a 6 by 8 1/4 album. I swapped out my own ribbon because their ribbon I didn't think was enough matchy matchy. I changed the cover. But this is, I think this will hold, I don't know, 30 or 40 pictures, but I'm just going to go over this real quick because um, I love it. And I learned so many things. So I learned, like this, these little like hangers. I don't know what we're calling these, but I like this idea that you can make these little horizontal belly bands and have it. It's kind of like a clothesline. But then this comes up. We've got pockets, room for pictures. And this collection was called the Sugar Plum something or other, Sugar Plum Christmas. I don't know. This page, so like there's 4 signatures or 4 pages, and each one has like different stuff on it. This one is actually really loaded. But we show you, you learn how to make like a file tab, like the corner. That's really cool. Here's a pocket. This is it goes, the full length. This is a side pocket and it's open at the top. That'll hold lots of stuff. And I haven't like finished as far as putting all my little bits and pieces in. I just got the base of the book done. Then this one, a waterfall. Who was it that sent me a link to a waterfall? And I decided to use magnets in my book, so that was on me. But each one of these is I think it was Julie sent me a thing for a different way to do a waterfall, and I'm like, this is perfect timing because I just had a waterfall in this. But this, you're taking these 3x4 cut aparts, cutting them in half, and then each waterfall is a little pocket. So I think that's cute. I think then this is a pocket here, like behind the waterfall. This is kind of crazy. Yeah, like all the stuff. And it did take me probably 4 hours Saturday night and another three maybe on Sunday to like get everything done. So, and I mean, yeah, 3 or 4 videos, but they're so good explaining stuff, showing stuff, what you get to in the tutorial, like the cut sheets. Sharon, you've been spending a lot of time on gel plates, printing and making a mess with paint. Ooh, that's probably fun though. But tuck spots here. And this is just using like, these are all like die cuts that come in the kit. Here's a cool thing. So this tag, see how that like sits in here and it keeps these flaps from flipping. So then you just open it like that. And then you've got two like pictures, same thing on the bottom. But how cool is this? So this is why I like their tutorials and stuff. I can learn things that I can use, in a different album. Oh, and all these pages are open at the top. So I can make more tags and put them in at the top. So even if you don't want to get their kits or, the virtual classes or anything, at least look them up, Country Craft Creations, and start following some of their designers if you're into making mini books. Hey, Carol Martin, because they got lots of good ideas. This was like a little card, but glued it on there. So pocket here. This is just like a plain layout, just to put some pictures on. And I don't think I did it the same way. Then here is like a gusseted pocket, so you can put more stuff in. I think they had originally called this a organizer. So their idea was to put a 5x8 notepad in this back area. And then I guess you could put receipts and stuff in here. And they had some calendars you can print out, but I have no plans to use it as an organizer. I'm going to have it as a scrapbook, but cute. And it was like, how big? 2 inches wide, two and something. Yeah, 2 1/8. So anyway, I love that. I wanted to show it to you real quick. That's what I worked on last weekend. Now we're really going to get to it. So in color combinations. So we're using our newest batch of in colors. Cloud cover, because you can't, I don't even know if they have the ink pads anymore. So I made my own out of the re-inker and an ink spot. I think what they had limited the ink pads to demonstrators only, and when they run out, they run out. So anyway, if you want cloud cover, you're gonna have to make your own with the re-inker and a spot. Then we've got the Darling Duckling, which is not as green as I think people may think it is, like in real life. I love it. Secret Sea, I am liking this more and more, even though blue I'm not a fan of. So it's crazy. Strawberry Slush, this is a returning in color. I love it. And Timid Tiger, I am liking that. Lisa, you made your own? Yeah. So we're going to be using those. Oh, and Jamie Gibbs, guess what I did find when I came home? I didn't even knock all the dust off of it. It's so disgusting. So just so you guys know, this is a complete like stray off topic, but Jamie tagged me in somebody used these to make shaker cards. Excuse me. And it was really cute. And I'd said, I was just thinking about throwing these away. I hope I didn't. So I did not. So if anybody wants any, just let me know and I'll mail you some, because it's not 100 in here, but it might definitely be 50. And I certainly don't need all of those. So anyway, color combinations with in colors. Generally speaking, all the in colors seem to work well together. But I found this resource on our website, and I'm going to share this in a PDF to my Tony's stamping and sharing group because I can put files up there, whereas on my page, my business page, I can't post like PDFs or anything. I can do pictures, but not a PDF. It's kind of dumb. But anyway, this is I don't know how many pages, maybe 7 or 9. But it's got every color in here, and the ink colors are mixed in. So they they update this every year. So I went through and I thought, let's look for the in color one. So Timid Tiger, I like that. And this is not the only color combinations that there are. These are just suggestions. They only have room to give you so many ideas. But that's where I got my color combinations for tonight. So let's get started, okay? So our first one, and you're gonna have to excuse, like, some of the stamp sets that I've got are not available anymore, but that's what I have. So butterflies, I'm using the sketched butterflies. And actually, some of these, I didn't cut them out very well. So whatever butterfly set you have, okay? Doesn't matter. We're gonna do crumb cake. And this is 5.5 by 8.5. Where's my whoosy what's it? Crumb cake. Then I've got basic white, 4 by 5.25 for the inside. Now I will tell you, I stamped the butterflies with just regular basic white cardstock and my Catherine Pooler Midnight ink. So that is a good multi-purpose ink. So we're going to actually do some watercoloring with that. Di, you sent me one in Messenger. Either you Monday or Tuesday. She used black cardstock. You sent me one what? Oh, are you talking to Jamie or me? Um, oh yeah, maybe a quick video. Yeah, with the CD sleeves for inspiration. Yes. Mm-hmm. I did think about that when I found these. I'm like, we got to share how to do this. Anyway, crumb cake. This is the new sunflower embossing folder, which I really love. This is going to be available. It's an online exclusive that'll be available to everybody July 1st. So I'm just going to put this on. I was going to use the eyelet folder because I wanted just something, you know, generic enough that it wouldn't take away from the butterflies. But then I thought, oh, it'd be cute to have butterflies on these flowers for the background. But I'm liking this already, just tone on tone. So our color combination for this is going to be crumb cake, secret sea, and calypso coral. All right. So I thought these would be good butterfly colors. All right. So we're going to actually, let me put my pin in my glue for a minute. Oh, which, by the way, I think I told you I've been having trouble with this this thin tip on my glue, and I've had this for, I don't know, 4 years or something. I finally had to replace just this part because I got tired over the weekend. I got tired of having to clean it and put the pin down there, and I think it was just old. All right, so I need 2 blocks. So this is the way, and I know I've showed this to you countless times, but we're going to do it again. I like to do a quick watercolor with ink pads and my blocks. So we need paper towel. And the reason I want to do this watercoloring is it's a softer look than just coloring straight out with the markers. And I did think about ink blending. But with ink blending, I can't really control. I want to leave this white border on my butterflies. And with the ink blending brushes, I just can't control it that much. So I just want to do the aqua painters and the ink. So let's get an aqua painter that has water in it. Oh, not that one. Okay, here's one. And that looks like a small enough tip. Sometimes I put too much water in these, I think, and it doesn't even want to come out. That's kind of weird. All right, let's try it again. Maybe it had an air bubble. All right, it's coming. It's just not a lot. Okay, gonna get over it. So again, stamp your images with a permanent ink. So I use Catherine Pooler Midnight, which I only use on red rubber stamps because it will wreck your photopolymers. So let's get ink on our palette. So our blocks are serving as our ink palette. And this is way too much ink that you don't need all this, but it's not going to kill us to have extra. All right, so I just put that right there on the ink pad. And then I'm going to take I'm going to start with the lighter color. So I want to get a little bit of water going, like a little drip. Whoopsie, that's probably too much. So I just want a quick grab color, and I'm not, ooh, I like that. So see how, I don't know if you can tell, it kind of looks flat. It's got like a flat look to it, but it soaks up, this paper soaks it up immediately. The difference is, like, if you were to do this with watercolor paper or even the like shimmery white, if you still have some of that, that's going to let the color move around a little bit more than this. This, once you put it on, that's it. Like, it's not really going to move around. All right, so then we're going to come in, and I really just want a little bit of this. And let's see. Ooh, I like it. And it's okay that, I'm not getting it perfectly. Ooh, I like that. And then I want it really dark in the middle. So, ooh, yeah. Okay. That, I like that. So Calypso Coral and Secret Sea. So yeah, I really do like that. Okay, let's put that one to dry a little bit, and then let's do these. Actually, why didn't I just do all the orange at the same time? Duh. All right, and then this one. Yeah, I'm going to keep them all kind of the same, like orange on the middle, not mix it up. Okay, I love that. And in this case, it makes the Calypso look more orangey than, ooh, more orangey than it really is. Yeah, this Secret Sea, you only want a little touch of this. But this is a real quick way to watercolor. I feel like that was too dark, but that's okay. And it's watercolor, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then again, I want this one to be dark blue in the middle. Teeny tiny. And then we just run this clear, like squeeze this. And that's that. All right. So I'm just going to wipe these off, and it's going to be good enough until I'm done my video. Then I will take these blocks and put them right in the sink, the bathroom sink, and wash them off. But right now, it'll be good enough not to get all over my hands. That's like my biggest concern. All right, let's put these somewhere. How about under here? Okay, but I love these. I love them, love them, love them. Ooh, Deb's got me on the big screen. I love it. Okay, now what was I gonna do? Oh, I want to have a little greeting, and we're gonna stamp in Secret Sea. Yeah, I really like this. So I kind of want this one to go here. I had to pick up like a sunflower or a flower that I want to still show, and I want it to be this one. So I'm gonna have this like bigger one here. And then, and actually, you know what? Let's just put these on now. Because I'm going to put these on with dimensionals. So if you don't have butterflies, use dragonflies, use ladybugs, use a bird, like whatever critter. And if you don't want to do the watercoloring, if you want to color with like blends or whatever alcohol markers you have, Go for it. Okay, I like that. And I kind of like them like they're in flight. This should probably get moved up a little bit. All right, and I only wrecked it a little. Okay. And that can go almost to the edge. Okay. And then the greeting can go down here. But cute. So I do have the other butterfly set, like the beautiful butterflies, but I never got those dies. And I didn't feel like hand cutting. And plus, I kind of like these better. I think these looked a little bit more realistic, even though they're sketched. But you use whatever you have, okay? The purpose is to give you a cool color combination. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, no, you know what? I want it to be kind of overlap just a teeny little bit, at least for that one. Neat. Okay. Sketched. Where'd my sketched butterflies go? So I want a little greeting. You brighten up my days, or wishing you a beautiful birthday. No, you know what? Thinking of you. I know I need a thinking of you card. All right, so we're going to do that. And it said Secret C. And you know, I'm going to hand cut this and rip it. So I'm just going to use this scratch piece. Ooh, I could even use it right here. And did I get that straight? Straightish. Straight enough. And let me spray my, get my stamp cleaner, which I do have to refill my bottle. Okay. Do I have another one of these? I know I did because, here we go. All right. Thinking of you. Okay, so we're going to, I think this might be a smidge crooked. I'm trying to eyeball like with the line of those letters. So we're going to cut. And then rip it again because I want it to be kind of close. I think that's pretty close. Good enough anyway. All right, so then we're gonna, I want to add a little bit of twine. I had a little piece here that from last week's mishap with that bag. I ended up, like redoing that pamphlet stitch. But I wanted to save, that was a good piece of linen thread. So I'm just using, this is fast fuse. I still have it, okay? If you don't have fast fuse, like a strong adhesive, what is the one they call now? Seal Plus or something like that. Like, I never got any of that because I have, I don't know, a ton of the fast fuse. So that was the same thing as, what did we have? Stampin' Up! Had their own brand. Fast Fuse was the Stampin' Up! Brand. Duh. But there is a off-market brand that fits that holder. So anyway, so let's add a couple little, I am liking this. And that looks like it got a little, look, that is very close to the edge, but that's fine. Ooh, you know what? Let's add a little bit of Winkastella. So you could keep these muted. These are pretty just as they are. I love it. But I am all about the Winkastella. So you have to be careful because this will bleed. So I'm going to go the Calypso corals first and then go over the blue because I don't want to mix my colors since this was watercolor, not, if I had colored these in with alcohol markers, it wouldn't bleed so much. Oh, I love it. Okay, I need a few gems. And let's see, let's use some of these, I think, because I want something generic. I mean, I feel like I could add brass butterflies, but that might take away from this. So no, we're gonna use these adhesive back textured dots. And let's see, one, oopsie, that's a big blob. One, two, three, four, five. Let's go with that and see. Because even I've got Sue saying that now. If you're going to use three, you might as well use five. And oops, I peeled that right off of the adhesive. All right, let me see if I can drop that right on there. Oh, nailed it. Yeah, if you're going to use three embellishments, you might as well use five. Sometimes seven. Why not? I mean, really, they're always going to come out with new doodads. I don't feel like there's any reason to hoard them. I like that. I feel like I could put two more on here, but I'm going to let it go. Yeah, making, oh, you guys. Nobody will beat Sue with the green one for that. Remember Lonnie's card? I can't even remember what it was. So anyway, I love it. So crumb cake, secret sea, calypso coral. I think those are good together. So that's our first card. The next one we're gonna bring in, we're gonna use cloud cover. And actually, let me put this away. Cloud cover, old olive, and pumpkin pie. So, another orange, which I love. So there's my cloud cover, there's my pumpkin pie, and what did I say? Oh, old olive. So I love green and orange. And then this cloud cover seems to be, it's kind of a good, I'm just gonna swipe it here. It's kind of like a grayish blue. So I like it. Yes, it was the goat card, Lisa. Yes. The dreaded goat card for poor Lonnie's birthday. All right, so we're gonna have a cloud cover card base. So again, this is my normal card base. I like the 5.5 by 8.5. Score it at 4.25. Burnish that. Then I've got white 4 by 5.25 for the inside. Now I hardly ever stamp on the inside anymore, like images, but you could certainly do that. Just like, put something on the envelope to make it fun. I do try to do that. Then I've got another cloud cover. So I wanted this to be very tight to the card front. I didn't want it to be 4 by 5.25. So my goal was to cut off a 1/16 of an inch, and then I ran it through the with the eyelet embossing folder, but it seems like it stretched it out some. So I'm gonna bring this back and retrim. So I want to take 4.25 and then go 1/16 of an inch, which I know you can't see that, but you'll be able to see it on your own card. All right, so do that. And then same with this, 5.5 and take an 18th or 16th off. So that is still very, let's go an 1/8 off, because that's like still a little bit wonky. All right, so we're going 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, that's more of what I wanted. So can you see how like you're barely gonna get an edge here? I wanted it to, not be the whole 4.25 by 5, but almost. All right, so cloud cover. And again, I use the eyelet folder. I just wanted something behind here. And then I did stamp my flowers and die cut them already. Okay, that looks good. Just press this down. So for this, I brought in the Layers of Beauty stamps. And where is that? Oh, right here. So this one, you can color these flowers in any way you want, right? You can use markers, blends, ink blending, anything, crayons, color pencils, whatever. Yeah, you are shocked that I like green and orange. Hmm. Yeah, Lisa, so I never got the Seal Plus because I just wasn't a fan of the whole having a different adhesive when I already had these, but I've seen a lot of people have that it wants to stick to the paper. I also see people that they have to like get it going every time. Like they have to roll it some. I don't like it. Anywho, so this one, Layers of Beauty, also has stencils. So we're gonna color in with the stencils. I'm gonna suffer through that. We're gonna be using these colors. Oh, and then for my greeting, I cut little, these are from the Arches dies that I just got last week. I think I'm gonna use this one. So I kind of want it to be, I think like this maybe, and then the smaller greeting, and we're gonna do this one. Oh, that's right. So anniversary. Speaking of anniversaries, tomorrow is my 25th Stampin' Up anniversary. June 20th. So June 20th, 2000 is when I started doing all this. Who thought, or who would have thought I'd be here still 25 years later? And my upline contacted me like earlier this month and said, pick $50 of whatever you want from any catalog, and it's my thank you for being here for 25 years. I'm like, that's cool. So I picked out this new A Weekend Adventures scrapping kit and the paper pack, like another whole paper pack. So this Weekend Adventures, if you look in the regular catalog, this is only in the catalog with a sticker sheet. So like you can't buy the paper separate, but that's a trick. When you go online, you can order the paper separate. So that's what I did. So anyway, I thought that was nice of her. Because she only makes pennies off me, but hey, I appreciate it. That was really cool. All right, so we're going to stamp that, but I want to do this ink blending first. All right, so I'm actually going to tape my piece down a little bit and hope that's good enough. Stencils. So this set comes with dies and a set of stencils, which, where did I put them? Oh, right here under the stamp set. So I've only used these one other time. The trick about these is you have to find the right spot that they go in, and then you use this carrot. I don't know if you can see it. You use that carrot to mark it so you get it in the right spot. So I'm actually going to, let's see, get this, wiggle it around because this is for like the base layer where you put your lightest color. Okay, now to make sure that I put all the other stencils in the same spot every time, I'm gonna draw around this carrot, okay, so that I can use that. It's on my paper. I can bring the others right here and it's gonna be in the right spot. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and you need something that's gonna hold this in place. So let's see what kind of, I usually had some washi tape that was pretty close. You know what? I do have a magnetic thing that I could have used. So wait, hold on a minute. Let me get my washi. Just gonna grab. Okay, we're gonna use this. And this is just old. I mean, washi tape. It's like cardstock. I've got a ton of it. All right, so I'm just going to use a couple little pieces to keep this in place. All right, cool. Now, so I already stamped this, like I said. What ink did I use for this? I think I used Memento. So if I wanted to ink blend, it wouldn't smear, but I mean, not ink blend. If I wanted to color these in with alcohol markers, it wouldn't blend or it wouldn't smear. All right, so I wanted to do the main roses in pumpkin pie. And I want to do these little flowers in the blue. So we're going to use, let's see, we've got an orange. Let me pull all these out. I store my my brushes in this little thing that hangs on the side of my cart. And I have never washed my brushes yet, but I know you can. I know Sue's done it. I have not. All right, so I'm going to take pumpkin pie, and I am trying to avoid these little ones. So I'm just going to go in and try to be careful. And I'm not worried about, we're adding more colors later, more layers. So if I don't get this like completely covered, like it'll work out. It'll look nice, like variegated. So don't worry about it. All right, green. Just a little bit of green there and there and there. Okay, and why do I keep shutting these? I don't know. Let's just have it. Okay, now this one. So my cloud cover, I want for these little flowers right here. And this might be a weird shade because of what's on this one, my brush. But it's gonna work. Okay, so now let's peel this up. And again, this is in place. That's not moving. I'm just gonna stack these. All right, now these do have numbers also. So that one was 1, this one is 2. So we're gonna line this up in the corner. And then I may have to wiggle it around a teensy bit. Yep, I can see. Ooh, yeah, I love it. So I'm not changing colors, okay? So I'm adding just more pumpkin pie on here. So can you see already how like it's lighter over here? And now we're gonna like add more darker bits. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Then we'll go the green, same thing. Teeny little bits here. And our cloud cover. All right, that's quicker. This is going quicker than the first time I used these stencils. I think because I didn't really know what I was doing. I don't use this kind of stuff as much. Ooh, I am really liking that. I don't use this kind of stuff a lot because, I mean, it's kind of like it takes a bunch more work. All right, let's do this. Oh, okay, now here we're getting into the middle of our flowers, so I do have to bring in some yellow. Oops. But again, we're going to hit that pumpkin pie again for our main roses. And that's just adding more and more depth as we go. You know what? Let's do some Darling Duckling. And that looks kind of yellow. Oh yeah, I like that. So this would be kind of hard to do multiples because you do have to do this part like one at a time. I mean, you could have your base pieces set up taped across your surface, but still. All right, 4 and 5. All right, now I think we're getting into the leaves. So this is going to be the old olive. So yeah, these don't, you got to wiggle them around some. But this is a good guide, a good place to start. All right, let's do that. And then this is going to be all old olive. Let me put my cloud cover away. And darling duckling and pumpkin pie. Since I'm trying to keep my area a little tidy. All right, so we're gonna go double check first that I have this in the right spot. And I do want to move it over a smidge. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this is all greenery. Just double checking. So I can just go over like this, like really quick. And not even have to worry about how good. Oh my God. That is really much nicer than the first time I used this. I'm telling you. Okay, this wiggle. I don't have a lot of these kind of stencils, these layering stencils, because I really don't have the patience for it to do it like all the time. But I do have a ton of like background stencils, which I don't use them much either. All right, and then we'll get this. Okay, whoopsie. That might have gotten out of control. Okay, let's put this away. And I don't really clean these either, because since I keep them with like, I'll rub these on my chamois or my, what do you call that? That piece of cloth that I got from the dollar store. I can't ever remember the name of that thing. What is that rag? Ugh, doesn't matter. But look, you guys, this is so pretty. So see how, I got this first layer. It was kind of light on this side. I love it. I did get a little crazy there with the green. But, we can see here adding the different layers. I like it that I didn't get it even on the bottom. That is really cool. So I die cut from these same dies. They've got some different leaves, so we can add a few little leafy bits behind. And I cut these out using the my chrome precision plate that I've got in my Amazon store. Just a link to it. Like if you don't have one, it's a great tool because it cuts any detailed die like one pass in my Big Shot. All right. Ooh, and actually I just ordered another tool from Amazon. It should be here tomorrow. We Are Memory makers, the ones that do the crocodile. They have this new hole punch situation where it's like a handled thing and you click the different hole punch sizes around. It looks cool. And I'm thinking it'll eventually save me space, but it'll be easier to get to. Because right now I've got my hole punches like locked up in a shelf over here and I have to move so much stuff to get them. It's a pain in the butt. Whereas this, I can just like hook it in one of those little cups on my cart. And then it's multi-purpose. I love it. Ooh, I like this a lot. Okay, where did my greeting go? So happy anniversary. I think, you know what? I was thinking the cloud cover, but I might not like that. I'm thinking I might want the old olive. Let's stamp it on the bigger one. Or actually, let me get a scrap of white, because I'm just not sure that I'm going to like that. No, I'm going to want it in Old Olive just because like cloud cover and cloud cover are going to be too much. Too much cloud cover. Let's get this Old Olive in here. Yeah, Gloria, and this was another combo from the chart. Some things that I would have never thought to put together. Okay, yeah, I do like it better with the Old Olive. I think it stands out just a teeny little bit more. All right, let's clean that. I'm kind of disappointed. There we go. I'm like, I don't want to cover up that flower. Okay. I gotta turn this this way, and then, yep, I can do that. So you know what? I'm gonna glue the greeting down flat, and then I'm gonna pop up the flowers. All right, and I'm gonna take this side all the way to the edge of the card. All right, actually, let me push that down. All right, cool. And then I'll tuck some of the little bits, my little foliage around it. All right. Yeah, I didn't think I would be as happy with the cloud cover on this one, but I'm glad that I made it the base and then just had like a little bit of the small flowers for the cloud cover. All right, I think this will work. And geez, too much talky. I can't believe it's already almost 9 because I've got 2 more really good ones. I feel like, ooh, okay, let's place this. So I just have to make sure this side and this side stay on the card front. So I turn it this way. All right, that's gonna work. I like it. So these little bits, ooh, look at that glue booger. So I'm just gonna tuck some of these greenery bits under here. Okay. And I like this one. Just needs a little bit of glue. All right, and then that can hang over, oopsie. Hang over our greeting a little bit too. There we go. Ooh, I like it. And then one of these. Actually, let me put this one on the back. I like that. And we need some doodads. So the only in color things I have are these pearls. I don't really care for those in this case. I want some of these. I like these. These iridescent faceted gems or regular pearls would look good. I think regular pearls might be more subtle. Do I even have any of those anymore? I may not have bought more because I hardly ever use regular pearls anymore. Look at this. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's just use these. These are super old. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these are like high profile too. Like they really stick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big one, little one, little one, and then 7. And then we'll do another big one. I do like that. And I'm not going to mess with any shimmer because, yeah, I really like this with the orange, and then just like a little bit of the blue to pull in from the back of the card. I love it. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3, again with the color wheel, the color chart, whatever. We're gonna use not old, Ocean Friends. And we're gonna do a slimline card for this one. So this color combo is Strawberry Slush, Pumpkin Pie, and I suppose I could have swapped out Timid Tiger for Pumpkin Pie, and Coastal Cabana, but I was really just going with what the guide suggested. So which one was this from? This must have been from the Strawberry Slush page, which is, oh, here we go. So Strawberry Slush, Pumpkin Pie, Coastal Cabana. So that's where I got that. Okay. So, slimline, not a mini slimline. I've got 7 by 8.5, and I score that at 3.5. Then I've got a piece of white for the inside. This is 3.25 by 8.25. And this would really be nice, a lot of real estate to do some stamping for the inside of your card. All right, let's get that in. Like, you could really add a crab and a lobster. So if you don't have Ocean Friends, you use whatever you have. All right. All right, then I've got Strawberry Slush for our layer. That's the same size as the white one, 3.25 by 8.25. I just wanted to give it another layer here. Then this white is 3 by 8, so that's down 1/4 inch. So I've got Coastal Cabana. This is 1 by 8, and I'm going to have to trim a little bit off. So I originally wanted to use the Soft Waves embossing folder for this, but guess what? It's not long enough. So it's one of the 6x6s that I always said, oh, I wish they would make all the embossing folders this size. Well, now I take it back. Now I want them to all be this size, because this, you can still do, my point was with the 6x6, you can do it this way or this way, but that works for this too. But these are also good for these slimline cards. So I had to use the swirly instead of the soft swirls, but it's fine. It gives us the idea of waves, right? Something. Ooh, I got all kinds of glue. Jamie, you wish you had an anniversary. Yeah, me too. Now I'm like, who am I going to give this to? I'll have to think about it. All right. So I die cut some of this coral, and I think I want that to go behind. I guess it could go in the front. And I already stamped and die cut some 2 crabs and a lobster. So lobster is in Strawberry Slush, and the crabs are in Coastal Cabana. But I really want to do some on here first, like for the background. So that's kind of going to go. We want to start with the biggest one. So Strawberry Slush with the lobster. And let's try not to make a mess, which I'm already doing, but that's fine. Okay, so I can't remember, did I have better luck doing the outline first? And then I'm going to try with the solid image first. All right, and I want to stamp it off once because I want this layer to be lighter. And I'm going to put this guy over here. Remember, I've got one that's already cut out, so I'm kind of going to put that here. So let's do another one and maybe face this like here. So we just want them like hanging off. All right, wipey wipey. And then we'll come back in with the outline. So I feel like I have to line up the tail and the legs, and I'm gonna hope for the best. All right, close enough. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna have to all right, I nailed that one. I'm gonna have to put something right there. Cover up that whoopsie. All right. Yeah, this one's gonna go pretty quick. All right, I'm done with the strawberry slush. I might do it for the greeting. I don't know. All right, crab. I definitely did the body first. And again, we're going to stamp off, and I'm going to put that like right there because now you can't even tell. All right, stamp off. Cool. So don't forget that I've got this little strip that's coming across here. So let's do one more kind of there because I do want to bring in some air bubbles too. But, you know, a good background filler is always itty bitty backgrounds. All right, so I have good luck lining up this bottom part of the crab and the eyeballs. Really, this one is easy to get. I say that and then I'll mess it up. Oh, okay, not too bad. I love it. All right, now we could have some pumpkin pie air bubbles just to have a different color in there. And I can't remember if I took those out or not. Nope, I did not. Okay. That's fine. All right, let's do that. And do a little bit. And I'm just going to put these random, turn it around. Because again, I'm covering up that bottom area. Like right here. Okay, I like it. All right, let's do one more there and one more here. Now see how I'm getting ink all over that around the block? I have to be careful and pay attention to that because that gets away from me and then it gets all over my hand and all over everything else. So, pay attention. All right, now we're going to glue this on. And I remember I'm going to have to trim a tiny little bit off the edge. Ooh, I like that. Nice. And then we're going to do that right there. So maybe you don't have ocean friends. Maybe you have a different set. I was really hoping to have I ended up breaking down and getting that sailboat set, even though I'm not into sailing. But I was like, fine, I need something. Let's just get it. And again, that was in the order that I thought would be here today. And then it's not gonna be here till next week. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. So I want one crab. Ooh, yeah, put that there. And have him here, and then our little greeting. So let's go ahead and glue this down flat to our strawberry slush piece. Now you could do melon mambo instead of strawberry slush, but this was all about the in colors. And the melon mambo is darker than strawberry slush. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. And I don't have any ribbon. Ooh, I do have some. You know what? Forget it. let's just get this down. Because I could have put a little bit there. I still can. Because I want to stamp a little greeting. Okay. And I want to pop these guys up. So let's go back to our... Anna, you got your sailboat and you love it? Yeah. I mean, I figured it was good for like a lot of different things. I will be happy to get it, but disappointed that I didn't have it today. Ooh, I need to cut that. All right, and then a lobster. Jamie, you're cracking me up now, campaigning for the anniversary card. All right, let's peel these off. Oh, so I will tell you guys, we are going away 4th of July weekend. So we're actually leaving Thursday. So not next week, but the following week after. It'll be like July 3rd. I'm going to be on Wednesday night instead of Thursday. All right, now can you see, I want this to hang off the edge a little bit, the edge of that layer anyway, just because I like it like that. All right, and then I'm going to put this here. I am digging it. And then we'll have a little scrap of white, not that one. Let's do more of this. Okay. And this time I am going to stamp in, let's go with strawberry slush. All right. And the greeting, let's just pick one from here. I like the Hello Friend because it's actually a decent size. Okay. And yeah, I am going to hand cut this one. Strawberry, strawberry. Oh yeah, I love it. I should be putting these back as I'm finished with them. My end colors anyway. It's a mess. All right, let's go because I want this a little bit closer. All right, that is close enough. Now, if you don't like to rip, don't rip. Let's pop that up right there, like across the edge. And then I've got some of those strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems. So they have a little bit of sparkly. Oopsie. Let's put that right there. And get these. Yeah, right here. I love them. So strawberry slush, pretty in pink, and then clear. And they all have like gold bits in them. So I'm actually thinking we can use, look at this glue. So I filled up the glue before I changed out the tip. So it really wants to just like leak out when I keep it on its side. Yeah, let's use both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with that. Let's do a big one. A little one right there, and then a big one right there. I like it. And then big one, little one. Oh yeah. I like that. That could definitely have more. But I like it. It's enough sparkle for me. And I know it kind of blends in the screen, but hopefully when I take a picture of it, it will be more clear or more apparent. But yeah, I love that. So I love those colors. All right, last one I hope is going to be as fall-y as I expect, but we're going to put Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, and Blackberry Bliss together. So there's no green, but to me, I think these are good fall-y colors, right? Yeah. You wish some were live on Wednesday, no videos that day? Yeah, that's weird that a lot do Thursday. I don't even, when I first started this, after Sue and Gail finally convinced me to start, um, I don't know why I ended up with Thursday, but I know I was working like nights at the beginning, so I was doing Thursday days. And then when I switched back to day shift, then it was Thursday nights. But I guess I really had no idea what everyone else was doing anyway. And so here we are. All right. So we've got Blackberry Bliss as our base, 5.5 by 8.5. Then I've got a piece of designer paper. This is a very old pattern. All right. Just like a stripe and then the flowers on the back, but I just wanted to use it. And this was like an 1/8 inch off. So 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I just wanted to cover up most of the card front. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're almost. So if you guys have to sneak out, like, thanks for hanging out. Just come back later and catch the rest. Oh, you got 4 on Tuesday? Jeez. Yeah, Jamie. Folly colors. 4 by 5 1/4 white for the inside. I think that's why I was excited to see Darling Duckling and the Timid Tiger, 'cause, all about it. All right, so that's our inside. Then I've got Timid Tiger. This is 3 1/4 by 4.5, and a piece of white that is 3 by 4 1/4. So that's a 1/4 inch down. Then I've got 1 by 5 3/8 in the Darling Duckling. So this is going to go across the whole designer series paper part. So let's do some stamping. So I don't really have any leaves anymore, like, especially not this size. But I got this month's paper pumpkin kit, and it's got, this is a leaf, and this is kind of leafy. So I thought we're going to use those. So I'm going to start with Timid Tiger being the bigger one. And I really want to fill this up and keep the images like tight, like close together. All right, so let's do that. So that looks like it's not going to be a whole bunch of room. And actually, it's going to be fine because we can overlap. So I'm liking this Timid Tiger already. And then we'll come in with the Darling Duckling. And these don't have to be... I'm trying for random, but it's hard for me to get random. Oh, I like it. Okay. I do like that. Now's when you're going to need something like itty bitty backgrounds, like some little spritzy something or other. I know we've got some in a set, but I keep my itty bitty backgrounds handy. So I want to add I think probably this one with Blackberry Bliss. Ooh. Can you see like my Blackberry Bliss? Like this looks like it's starting to get leprosy or something. All right, so I'm just going over top of these, all right, just to fill in. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, deal with that later. I don't want to have to get a new ink pad because I like this style better. Ugh. All right, gonna glue this down. Oh yeah, I like that. And if you didn't like the greenery looking image, you could just do all of the leaves. Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah. Oop. I was gonna go crazy for a minute. So that I want there. Oops, I do want more leaves on this yellow piece. This will be a tone on tone leaves, and I'm just like rotating. Okay, and then you know what? Let's do a different itty bitty background. Let's do this little spritzy one just to fill in. All right, so see how that just get a little spritzes. There we go. Neat. Okay, so we're gonna glue this on. I'm kind of, I don't know, excited or nervous to see like what folly sets they have in the holiday catalog because I'm not always thrilled. All right, I want that like here, but I'm ready for it because I don't have anything. Okay. Ooh, I like that. All right, now I've got a scrap of, well, not a scrap, but it's the cardstock that I started cutting from for my darling duckling. So I want to do a greeting, and we're going to stamp in Blackberry Bliss on the darling duckling. And I need a little something. Where's my Simply Said? Ugh. Okay. Something that's going to fit in a, okay, it might be hello. Yeah. Hello, or is thanks going to fit? I don't really want to say thanks. I do want a hello. Okay, going to go for that. And let's grab another block. So you use whatever circles you have. I just know I pulled out my, I still have, oh, look at that. I flipped it right off of here. Okay. Now this Blackberry Bliss really does stain up your stain ups. Ugh. All right, 1 3/8, and then I've got 1 1/2. All right, so let's do that. And then we'll cut a circle out of 1 1/2 so I can layer them. And then I want to stamp real quick a leaf just so I can cut it out. All right, but we can layer these. So tone on tone background. I like it. And then we'll do 1 or 2 little leaves. Okay. And I may not want to cut these out. I don't know. No, not cut them out. I may not want to use both of them. Ugh. All right. I am excited to get the dies that go with these paper pumpkin the next couple months. I don't always love them, but I think these ones I liked because there's one that can be a strawberry or an acorn. Like it'll work either way. So I was all about that. And those went on sale last week. But again, if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you want one, just let me know. Because I do have to order another for a gal who's out of town. And she didn't want to place the order just for that, which I get it. I wouldn't either. Yeah, Anna, some of the ink, it just acts weird. It just does. Like, it's more with the reds and some of the purples. I don't get it. All right. Ooh, yeah, I love this. So I'm actually going to put these like right here. So let's add glue and just snug them right up behind there. I love that. And then let's just pop that up. And this is definitely going to get some pearls, some of the in color pearls, just because I have them in the tiger and the duckling. All right, so let's make sure the greeting, the words are straight-ish. Yeah, I like that. And then our pearls, ooh, yeah. So I feel like we're gonna have to have some of both. I want a yellow one there. 1, 2. And I'm gonna mix them up. So I'm gonna have yellow and Timid Tiger. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 somewhere. Maybe right there. All right, we'll do another yellow. We'll do a small yellow there, a medium tiger there, and then another yellow. Ooh, I like it. So I know they kind of like blend in up here, but I like it, like it. Gloria, you had to manually type in the order number for the Paper Pumpkin die kit for next quarter. Did you? I can't remember if I had to or not. Or if it came up, because that was yeah, that's available for everyone, right? And they've got that search feature. I can't remember if I had to put it in or not myself. But either way, you're going to get it, right? All right, now let me find my pen for my glue. Oh, here we go. And then that's it for tonight. I'll bring back all these cards so we can see the color combos. And again, I will put this this PDF of this color combinations. I'll put that in my group. All right, Toni's stamping and sharing group. So we've got this with the Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling. Then we had our Slimline with Strawberry Slush, Coastal Cabana, Pumpkin Pie. Then we've got our anniversary card. Cloud Cover, Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive. And then Butterflies with Crumb Cake, Calypso Coral, and Secret Sea. So I have a hard time. I'm going to have a hard time picking a favorite this time. Oopsie. This one's, trash. Yeah. Ooh, I like both of these. All of them. I can't even. Thanks, Di. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah. So, Sharon, your Mossy Meadow pads have gone wonky. I've never had that. I've never had it with a green. I know my Mango Melody went bad like 3 times. And finally, like I thought it was me that I got a bad batch or something. But like the first 2, I just bought new ones. Thanks, Cindy. But then the 3rd time, I'm like, this is the last one I'm buying. And then they canceled the color. Oh, Gloria, September 1st, your wedding colors. Hint, hint. Yeah, slide me your address. That would be perfect. Especially if this was your wedding colors. That would be so neat. Awesome. Okay. Can't pick a favorite. I'm having a hard time too. Okay, so again, next week I'll be here. It'll be the following week that I'll be on a Wednesday. So, okay, thank you guys. I will have my blog updated at some point this weekend. Okay. Thanks. Good night. Bye.